One of the things that I've been working on is looking at how we think about integrating the planning that has traditionally in the US been separate between resource planning, transmission planning, and distribution planning. If you see that diagram, it really takes the traditional view where the system, more from a central planning standpoint, looks at the consumer as kind of at the end state and not really at the center of the activity. Rather, what can we do to shape the customer to fit the utility? My son jokes, borrowing the John F. Kennedy phrase, ask not what your utility can do for you, but rather what you can do for your utility. This is something I've been trying to bring to the attention of a number of state regulators in the US, and that is we've got a pretty big difference in clock speed, or the innovation cycles that happen between consumer products, which tend to operate sort of on about a 2-year cycle for new product development in that space. So you can imagine if you've got a 5-year cycle in the US, sometimes for new rate designs or tariff designs that can take up to 7 years, you could have essentially 2 to 3 innovation cycles that happen by the time that what was submitted gets approved, or between the different investment cycles. And that has really the effect of constantly being lagging where the consumer is. We obviously need to think differently about the consumer as a role in this system, either, as was mentioned yesterday, as passive consumer or as the prosumer that wants to get engaged and participate. But we need to think about what that role is, what are the expectations, both for what the consumer expects to engage, but also how do we need to think about engaging more effectively. Consumer innovation will continue to outpace our ability to go through our normal traditional institutional processes, and we need to think about how we manage effectively through that. Thank you very much.